Goodhew.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Minister for the Environment. What response has he received regarding the independent review of the performance of Environment Canterbury?
Mr Speaker.
The Honourable Dr Nick Smith.
Mr Speaker, the report has been well received. All 10 of the Canterbury mayors who originally sought intervention by government have welcomed the report with a sense of relief that the problems with water management in Canterbury are now openly acknowledged. Secondly, stakeholders from across the environment development spectrum have concurred with its analysis of institutional failure, including the Environment Defence Society, the Water Rights Trust, Irrigation New Zealand, as well as Federated Farmers. I also note that even some Environment Canterbury councillors have agreed with the criticisms and the review and support change.
Joe Goodhew.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. Has the government formed any view on the report, and what process does the government have in place for addressing the review recommendations?
The Honourable Dr Nick Smith.
Mr Speaker, the government does endorse the view in the report that Canterbury's freshwater resources are of huge strategic importance not just to Canterbury but to New Zealand, and that this resource is not being well managed. The report does call for urgent intervention by government, and this is being considered. Tomorrow I and the Minister of Local Government, Rodney Hyde, will meet with Environment Canterbury, Canterbury mayors, water stakeholders and Ngāi Tahu to discuss the recommendations. Tomorrow I've also scheduled a meeting here in Wellington with the reviewers and invited all Canterbury MPs to hear firsthand why they came to those conclusions.
Question.
Supplementary.
Joe Goodhew.
When were concerns first raised with the Minister about Environment Canterbury, and what led the Minister to initiate the independent review?
The Honourable Dr Nick Smith.
Mr Speaker, concerns about Environment Canterbury were first raised with me by the Ministry for the Environment at my very first briefing as an incoming Minister. The Ministry's concern was that Environment Canterbury did not have the capacity to manage the water quality and allocation issues in the region. Numerous organisations have subsequently raised concern. The report last year that showed only 29% of consents in Canterbury were being processed on time, the worst of New Zealand's 85 councils, as well as the letter from all 10 mayors of Canterbury in September, triggered the government's decision to initiate a formal review.
The Honourable Ruth Dyson.
Did he discuss with the chairman of ECAN, former National MP Alec Neil, who has preempted the Minister by publicly stating it's unlikely there will be elections for ECAN this year, when he met with Mr Neil in secret on the evening of Sunday the 21st of February?
The Honourable Dr Nick Smith.
Mr Speaker, all the mayors of Canterbury met on Sunday night, and Bob Parker, the Mayor of Christchurch, thought it would be good for me to go down to Christchurch and have an informal discussion with them about the report. The government is of a view that we do need to liaise closely, not just with the chairman of Environment Canterbury, but all those 10 mayors. The truth is I have had regular discussions with all those mayors, including the chair of Environment Canterbury, as I think people would expect an Environment Minister to have as a chair of an authority that was in some difficulty for many years, but which was ignored by members opposite, thus the mess that we've got in water management.
Question number 11, Charles Chauvel.
Thank you.